the as is where is. So the ship there will be allowed to rot in time because no repair is allowed. And which the President, which Marcos says, that is very alarming because if you cannot repair it, if it will rot there, it will be destroyed, then we have nothing there.
Kaya ito sabi ko kay Marcos, stop complaining and expounding on it. Do it and repair. Yan ang sasabi ko sa kanila. I challenge them na sila man ang nasa gobyerno ngayon, di i-repair nila at gumawa sila doon ng mga bahay-bahay kung saan. If they are really ready for that. Gawain na nila ngayon gusto nilang gawin. I-patrol na nila yung Philippine Navy, the gray ships, and let us see what happened. Tapos na kami. Kung sabihin ni Marcos, all of your past presidents were failures. You didn't do anything about Sierra Madre. Mr. President, I am challenging you to go to Alonan with the other ships and repair it. Yan ang dapat following your subukan nila. Kami takot. Ayaw namin ng gyera. Kung sa kanya hindi ba kagyera pagkos nandyan yung Navy, di gawain mo. You have the ironclad guarantee of the Navy that they will, U.S. Navy, that they will all die for the Philippines.
Duterte versus Marcos issue Sierra Madre ship. Hinamon ni dating Pangulo Duterte ang kasalukuyang Pangulo ng bansa na si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa statement ni dating Pangulo Duterte sa interview niya sa Davao noong Huwebes, April 11, 2024, ang sabi niya, I am challenging you go to Ayungin and bring all ships and repair it. Dahil tapos na kami at ayaw namin ng gyera, at ehento ang laging pag-complain at gagawin mo na lang. You have the ironclad guarantee of the U.S. Navy that they will die for the Philippines.
Including with the foreign relations. Maraming agreement yan. Not only with China, but with all of the mostly Asian countries. Hindi basta-basta na lang sabihin mo na once upon a time.
About what Harry Roque, former spokesperson Harry Roque mentioned, that the agreement banned the gentleman agreement, parang what he mentioned was
Hirap ka.
Walang pwedeng construction materials that can be brought to the BRP Sierra Madre and only food and water. Yun daw ang content ng agreement.
As is where is nga.
Yeah, so
You cannot bring in materials to repair and improve.
okay. So,
Wala yan.
So totoo, Mayor,
Totoo yan.
na mayroong agreement.
No agreement. As is where is.
So bawal ang construction materials.
Well, ganun. As is where is nga. Kasi kung Sierra Madre pa lang, if allowed, batagal na repair yan, nakauwi na yan dito.
And is it binding sa present administration?
Well, if it's brave enough, kaya gusto ko sabi ko, nandyan mo kaya yung Amerika, why don't the Philippine Navy get itong panghila at repair it? Or wag na yan. Nandiyan pa kayang Amerika, occupy the islands and drive the Chinese away.
Mayor, in the context of Secretary of State that was given the as is where is. So the the ship there will be allowed to rot in time because no repair is allowed. And which the President, which Marcos says, that is very alarming because if you cannot repair it, if it will rot there, it will be destroyed, then we have nothing there.
Kaya ito sabi ko kay Marcos, stop complaining and expounding on it. Do it and repair. Yan ang sasabi ko sa kanila. I challenge them na sila man ang nasa gobyerno ngayon, di i-repair nila at gumawa sila doon ng mga bahay-bahay kung saan. If they are really ready for that. Gawain na nila ngayon gusto nilang gawin. Ipatrol na nila yung Philippine Navy, the gray ships, and let us see what happens. Tapos na kami. Kung sabihin ni Marcos, all of you past presidents were failures. You didn't do anything about Sierra Madre. Mr. President, I am challenging you to go to Alonan with the other ships and repair it. Yan ang dapat following your subukan nila. Kami takot. Ayaw namin ng gyera. Kung sa kanya, hindi ba kagyera pagkos andyan yung Navy, di gawain mo. You have the ironclad guarantee of the Navy that they will, US Navy, that they will all die for the Philippines.
Are we saying that the recent maritime cooperative cooperation exercise is just a show of force, and even if Japan, Australia, Philippines, and the United States will collaborate to repair this Sierra Madre, still it's an exercise in futility?
Would you take that risk? Go ahead. Bring in Japan and the rest of the ASEAN countries and let us see what happens.
Are you saying there will be a bloodshed?
The what?
There will be a bloodshed. War.
Wala akong sinabi. Sinabi ko lang subukan nila and see what happens.
The way you listen to President Z during your meeting, he said you can do this because there will be this possible war.
One word lang. Nandyan kami lahat.
What was it?
Do not do it because there will be trouble. It was heard by all. Sobar gawa to?
Wala ko kanto.
So it was a stern warning from China.
Well, that was the reply. Which warning? Well, ikaw nang bala. You interpret.
If you were to advise the Philippine government in this era of Philippine government's position on the West Philippine Sea, and if you are asked to a one-cent opinion, what will you tell the Philippine government, or what will you tell the Filipino people given these conditions, sir?
My advice would be totally irrelevant. Sila ang magtanong doon sa Amerikano. Sila kasi ang gumagawa. Hindi naman ako, bakit ako mag-advise?
Mayor, pwede mo balik lang ko. I just want to make it clear. So you said that where is, as is, where is, there was an agreement, and was it written or verbal only? And
Verbal. Walang written sa amin pa na. During my relations with China during my term, walang written except yung mga trade which were signed by the undersecretaries of the particular department concerned. Nasa tabi lang ako, kaming mga
it's not by
sir.
Is that my, they're
No,
not
it's
binding.
it is binding. It's not. It's just just because it was not signed. Other agreements, other trade agreements signed are binding sa atin. Hindi man kailangan ang presidente ang pupunta doon.
Okay. Thank you, Chairman Lina. Sir,
You cannot put to task the president to sign all agreements with all other countries because that would take. Kaya may dala kang mga diplomatic trade undersecretary, trade secretary.
okay. Sir Al,
I am
next
just asking you to exactly, meron ka mang recorder, quote me exactly para walang misconceptions, misunderstanding.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, may gabi Mayor, dinugin sa ulan. Gihimong issue ni Bongbong Marcos just because of Ali Roque.
Ipalayo mo yung mukha nga mo kasi maliit ang kwarto.
Gihimong issue ni PBBM ang statement ni Harry Roque, and then your advisor, Attorney Salvador Panilo, sinabi niya, tinawagan ko ang presidente na kausap kami, walang gentleman agreement. Bakit sinabi ni Harry Roque na mayroong gentleman agreement at yan ang ginagawang issue ni PBBM, Mayor?
Alam mo, si Harry Roque wala pa doon. Harry Roque joined my administration almost halfway na. Ang si Padeno ang nandoon. Wala si Harry Roque. He was not there because he was not part of the government delegation. So, wala ho akong maisagot dyan kay about Harry Roque. Ask him again. Ask him again.
Okay. Kung
Kung may agreement man kami ni President Xi Jinping, walang secret agreement yan. We agree. Then after that, yung agreement namin, isasabi namin sa mga tao, foreign affairs particularly, to verbalize everything that is being said in whisper. Kung meron man ang agreement.
bakit sinabi ni Harry Roque, wala pa siya doon noong panahon na yun, bakit sinabi niya na kinakakalito at ginawang issue ni PBBM ngayon? Bago siya lumipad ng Amerika, ginawa niyang issue na meron daw kayong...
Do you know Harry Roque? Do you know him? Do you have an idea of what his personality is? Meron kayong idea? Ano, pareho tayo.
Salamat, Al. Si Richie isa, and then Randy after.
May gabi, Mayor. Mayor, gisulti mo kanina that when you go to China, after nagisultihan ka ni Xi Jinping that hindi pwede maistoryahan ang imong pangayo sa iya about the conflict of the West Philippine Sea. After anak, wala na ba
Wala.
series of talks nga naitabo?
Tapos na lahat eh. During our first meeting, nandito yung cabinet ko. Nandito yung mga military sa Lorenzana. What would be the point in bringing up the matter again with him kung sinabi sa iyo, please do not do that, there will be trouble. Anong ibig sabihin niya? trouble na yan sa kanya kasi may nuclear bomb nila. Kaya that's a big deal for all of us. Matutunaw itong Pilipinas at
After, before you get out from the office, Mayor, wala na ba any attempts to buhion na siya na iskutanan? Kanang after atong China, and then for how many years nga naka sa pwesto pag kamuhawa, wala na ba attempt na buhion to siya na istorya?
well, the day I went out of Malacanang, totally cut off na ako sa governmental functions. Nobody would believe me. Magsalot lang yung police, pati military, pagka may posisyon ka. Pag wala ka na sa posisyon, sabihin ng military, pag sabihin mo na, sabihin ko,
Naman, Richie. Randy Canieto.
Mayor, my concern is for the 120 million Filipinos na 21 million Filipinos na sinasabi mo baka mag-vanish tayo, mapulpos tayo. And thinking na ikaw, kilala namin, parang walang kinatatakutan. Now, being afraid for the sake of the Filipino, and hindi mo na pinatulan yung sinabi ni si Jinping, there will be trouble. It seems like you're sending that message right now to PBBM na ito yung sinabi ni si Jinping, there will be trouble. What if our present president will not listen to this at makumbinsi siya ng Amerika na kasi nandun siya ngayon, paano pagbalik niya, sinabi niya, makikipag-gyera tayo. What can we do?
good. Let him try it. Magtago ka na. That is very good. But ang gusto kong tanungin, bakit walang gray ships ng American Navy? Kaya malapit lang naman, wala. Nagpa-distansya.
That chance ba yun, pwedeng gawin tayong proxy war na kagaya ng nangyari sa Ukraine at tayo magiging kawawa. Sinasabi pa po na baka gamitin daw ni Biden ang gerang ito para maliting siya kasi mukhang delikado siya sa election by November. At pag nakipag-gera, tapos si Trump naman ang manalo, inaano ko lang na baka bawiin ni Trump yung order na yan, kawawa daw tayo at may iwan. Is it possible?
The earlier that Bong-bong Marcos comes back, bringing with him the order to go to war, para sa akin, the better.
What can the Filipino people do?
Eh, kung patay na tayo, what can you say? A nuclear war is a nuclear war. Kung hindi mo na, you go to TV, sa YouTube, makita mo, there's a series there of what would happen to the world after a nuclear war. It's nothing. There's absolutely nothing in this world. Kaya magdasal ka na lang, na pagputok, kasali ka na. Kung maiwan ka, pati yung kamote mo sa radioactive, lalo ka magsuka-suka. Now, I'm saying that the best thing is just really remain neutral. Sabihin mo sa China, Adre, wala man akong away sa iyo. Huwag mo lang akong galawin. Itong Amerika, well, if you want trouble there to find a proxy. Meron naman. Japan, you can use China, South China, South Korea, and many other. Huwag tayo. Wala tayong ibubuga. Navy natin, ipagyabang natin. Okay. Pwede. Pwede. We can... I'm not belittling my country's Navy. But we can only guess what would be the stakes and what will happen.
Ruth, then Alan after.